What's up, y'all? Rachel J, Real Talk. And today I want to talk about prayer. Um, Everybody has their own individual way that they pray. And I mean, really, if prayer was to be defined, it's just communicating with God, it's talking to God. And it's not always asking for something, it's thanking Him. Um, Telling Him what's on your mind, even though He knows it, but He loves to hear from His people. He loves to communicate with us. He loves our worship. And just and He loves the time that we, set aside specifically for Him. It matters, it matters. Because after all, this is deeper than just religion, this is a relationship. And if you never talk to someone, you can't have a relationship with them. So it's all about relationship. And prayer has many levels. There's the basic, prayer that maybe people pray when they're new to, the faith. They're new to Christianity, a new follower of Christ. Or sometimes people may have been saved for a while, but they don't really know how to pray, or sometimes you do know how to pray and you feel like you can't get a prayer through and you're wondering what's going on. Like, is God hearing me? Well, first and foremost, and I have to tell myself this too often, God always hears you, but it's always something that we're supposed to be learning as well in the process. I mean, our whole reason for even being on earth is, winning souls, of course, but to learn something, it says study and show thyself approved. And see, that right there kind of lets you know that, we're each day we're learning. But if you study the word, you have all the answers. It's like in school when you're going to take a test, you won't stumble on the answers if you've studied to show yourself approved, So study up, and when it comes to prayer, though, let me tell you something. When you pray and you want to know if it's God speaking back to you, or sometime after you've prayed, God always, 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 always sends confirmation. Okay? He always sends confirmation. And it could be through a person or a circumstance or a situation or whatever. I'll just give you an example. You could be praying and asking God, Lord, which job should I take? Or, you know, yeah, which job should I take? And not too long after you've prayed, maybe that same day or later on, you're talking to a close friend or even maybe a stranger, say something like, I know I started working at such and so, such and such place, and it's just, it's really great. It's really good here, and they're hiring. And let's say that happened to be one of the jobs that you were trying to decide on, or a family member would say, I could really see you in customer service, just an example. And you're like, wow, that position's in customer service. Lord, is that you? You know, um, and it is very important also to make sure that it is God, but He will always send confirmation, and He will let you know. It's all about a relationship. If you don't have a relationship, you can't understand His voice. But God will show you Him. He shows you Himself time and time again. God is not a secret. He very much wants us to know who He is, how He moves. Now, yes, He works in mysterious ways, but if you know the Spirit of God, you'll know when it's God. And that's important. And that just comes by building that relationship, staying before Him in prayer, and studying His Word. That's all for today. That I'm about to wrap this video on up. And I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear your thoughts. If you're praying for something and you haven't heard a yes or no, or you're wanting something to happen in your life and it hasn't, and you don't know what God is doing, know that He hears you and you keep pressing, okay? You keep pressing. There's so many different types of prayer, Make sure that when you pray, you're not just asking Him for something. Try asking God what He wants from you, what He wants from you. Try asking Him that. instead of Lord, Lord, I pray that I get the, more money and a bigger house. And yes, you can pray and ask for all those things. But guys, let's remember to not just want all the time. Try to figure out what you can give back, and then you'll be blessed. You'll be more fulfilled. You'll be happier, and you will have joy, which is better than happiness. So until next time, be blessed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.